Jennifer. Welcome back to my Flagstaff home. I thought I would show you guys a little peek at my tomato garden this summer. I've had such a mix of things happening in my garden, meaning successful or not. I really have not had any success with squash growing. My plants are just teeny, and yeah, my greens are doing fine. My carrots are kind of slow growing, radishes kind of slow growing. I don't know why. We haven't had good rain this year, so it's, I think, do you ever notice this with your garden, that it just kind of like wants rainwater so badly, and just the plants don't do very well when all you're giving them is water out of the tap? So anyway, my tomatoes though have been going crazy, and I thought I would give you a little peek. So here is a somewhat bird's eye view from my deck of the tomato garden. There are 11 tomato plants here, and now I'm going to go down to ground level so you can take a little bit of a peek. You'll notice that some of the plants are smaller and some are just like a jungle. I don't know why that is. They all seem to be getting the same amount of water, but let me give you a little look at that. Okay, so my garden in some places, my tomatoes in some places, they're just looking like a jungle. So I have these two tomato plants here called flammes. They didn't get very tall. When we lived in Camp Verde and the weather was much warmer, these didn't get hugely tall, but they were definitely bushier than this. But I've been able to harvest quite a few of these golf ball sized tomatoes. They actually turn a really pretty orange color, kind of a yellowish orange. And then it's kind of interesting, this one here and this one over here are the same kind of tomato. This one just didn't grow as big, but it has quite a few big tomatoes on it. This black cherry tomato has gone crazy. I mean, it has as much bending over, growing downwards as it is high. And I just harvested a bunch of tomatoes from it this morning, but they get about, here's one that's starting to ripen up a little bit. They turn a dark purple, and they have a really deep flavor. This is a yellow pear, and this one's gone crazy too. This one over here is the first time I've ever grown this. It's called a currant tomato, and it has these tiny little tomatoes, and when they turn just a little bit more yellow than this, you harvest them. Oh, there's some right there, that like that one for sure. I just harvested some this morning. And for as small as it is, just like the size of a large pearl, this tomato packs a huge tomato punch in terms of flavor. And really, really yummy. I love throwing it into pasta and stuff, and you just get a bite of this, and wow, really smells tomatoey. So then you can see here, I realized that my watering system was not putting out enough water. So I got some cracks in some tomatoes, and realized that I was getting some of these dried up leaves. So I changed the system, my watering system. This is actually the first real summer of gardening in this house that we bought. So yeah, I was growing some tomatoes last summer, and the deer ate them before anything really happened. So yeah, so I'm just figuring things out. This one right here is called a San Marzano. Look at the size of these things. What I do, these are really pulpy, so they're not good slicing tomatoes. What I do with these is sun-dry. Well, I use the oven to create a sun-dried tomato, and they're really good. I'll do a recipe. Well, I have a recipe on this channel about that. Ooh, some at the bottom are starting to turn red. That's good. So, and then I've got one turning red over here. And that's exciting because in Flagstaff, our weather is so cool that most of the tomatoes that I grow, I harvest green before the first frost in the middle of September, and they have to ripen up in my garage. I don't ripen them in a window or a paper bag because that's sort of fake ripening. It makes them get soft and makes them turn red, but the flavor is not good. So I'll do a video about ripening them in your garage. But anyway, so yeah, this is kind of a live and learn. I think next year I'm going to use soaker hoses instead of these little sprinkler things here, as I just don't think that my tomatoes were getting enough water. And yeah, but overall I'm excited about how many tomatoes I actually have. At my other house, which was in a cooler part of town, I didn't get this many. My tomatoes didn't grow this big, so this has been kind of fun. So my favorite thing about gardening is tomatoes, harvesting tomatoes and figuring out different ways to store the tomatoes so that I can have the fresh tomato taste all year round, because tomatoes in the wintertime taste like nothing. And so I will be doing some videos showing you the different things I'll be doing with those tomatoes when they all ripen up. I have one video that's going to be going up very soon. It may even be up by the time you see this video, of one way that I make a sauce with tomatoes. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope I'll see you again on my Flagstaff home. Bye.